Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and gives this video a thumbs up. As the second black lead on The Bachelor, Grant Ellis has created history, but some of the ladies competing for his affection have caused turmoil during his tenure. On season 21 of The Bachelorette, Grant made his television debut as one of the men vying for Jen Tran's affections. Despite being ousted before the season ended, he left a lasting impression on both producers and fans, and late last year, he was revealed as the new Bachelor. But this season of The Bachelor has been a little awkward, with the women's turmoil taking up more of the plot than the romances themselves. Given that he hasn't taken a strong stand on any of the women, it's possible that Grant is too laid back for the position. Perhaps he's attempting to act like a gentleman. Grant may come out as a little too soft because of his laid-back demeanor. Instead of allowing the women's drama to overwhelm the show's main goal, finding true love, Grant will need to express himself more if he wants to succeed. Grant and Rose's song from The Bachelor clicked right away. But after Rose revealed to Carolina Sofia Quezano of The Bachelor that Grant had said he was thinking about Rose while dancing with Carolina on a date, conflict broke out. Then Carolina and Grant discussed that. Rose was approached by Grant, who attributed it to misunderstandings. He refused to take a firm stance on the drama, though, as if he was still in love with Rose. He was careful not to offend any of the women. After the argument, Rose decided to quit the program, saying that Carolina had betrayed her by telling Grant. In the end, Grant lost his opportunity with Rose permanently because he refused to take responsibility for the drama. Grant acknowledged being upset by Rose's departure during the rose ceremony in the episode, but he claimed to understand her justification. Because they aren't sure whether to follow their feelings or their heads, leads on romantic reality shows might occasionally find themselves in hot water. It appears that Grant is battling this kind of internal battle. For the record, former Bachelor Joe Amable advised Us Weekly that Grant should stop thinking about hurting the other women and start trusting his heart following the Rose and Carolina fiasco. Joe stated, "Even though there have only been 4 episodes, Carolina has had a significant influence. She is a spitfire who doesn't hold back when expressing her feelings for Grant, which has angered some of the other ladies. However, Carolina is well aware that the early phases of The Bachelor are all about making an impression. She puts herself out there, and it seems to be working. She may be a strong contender for the last rose, and she and Grant get along well. Grant is free to concentrate on Carolina now that Rose has left the show because he let Carolina interfere, but he may grow resentful of her in the future because he lost Rose. It would have seemed to Rose that Grant wasn't standing up for her if he truly liked her but didn't want to offend her during her conflict with Carolina. Grant's incapacity to voice his thoughts clearly could have cost him a happy ending with Rose if she felt he wasn't genuinely interested in her and left the program early. Grant may lose his shot at love as a result of his hesitancy. He's already lost Rose because of it. He told people before the start of this season of The Bachelor that he didn't want to make bad decisions while he was on the show, especially with regard to the fantasy suites. My approach to fantasy suites was to go slowly and avoid hurrying because I believe that starting the physical portion may frequently lead to poor choices. My strategy for dealing with that was to wait and observe my relationships before engaging in any physical activity, which at the time really assisted me in making wise choices. Although it's admirable that Grant from The Bachelor doesn't want to harm anyone or make bad choices, he needs to be more proactive. He has already said to most of the competitors that he could picture himself marrying them, which is admirable but goes against the show's purpose. After their drama, he didn't want to offend Rose or Carolina, and ultimately, Rose needed him to be honest with her about his thoughts rather than playing along with the crowd. Rose did not wait for him to pick her. Instead, she picked herself because he was unable to. Grant Ellis's journey as The Bachelor has been a whirlwind of romance, drama, and self-discovery. As the second black lead in the show's history, Grant entered this season with high hopes of finding true love. However, the path to love has been anything but smooth. His easygoing nature, while endearing, has led to complications, particularly in handling the conflicts among the women. Grant's story first began when he vied for Jen Tran's heart on The Bachelorette Season 21. Though he didn't make it to the end, his charm and sincerity won over fans and producers alike, ultimately landing him the coveted role of The Bachelor. However, his time on the show has been riddled with turmoil, with the women's feuds often taking center stage over his own love story. From the outset, Grant developed a strong connection with Rose Sonk. Their chemistry was evident, and it seemed as though she might be the frontrunner. But things took a dramatic turn when Rose confided in Carolina Sofia Quisano that Grant had told her he was thinking about Rose while dancing with Carolina on a date. Carolina, feeling hurt and blindsided, confronted Grant about it, which in turn led to Grant addressing Rose. Rather than taking a firm stance, he blamed the situation on miscommunication, a decision that left Rose feeling unsupported. This lack of decisiveness proved costly. Frustrated with how Grant handled the situation, Rose ultimately chose to leave the show, feeling betrayed by Carolina and disappointed in Grant's inability to take a stand. At the subsequent rose ceremony, Grant admitted that Rose's departure stung, though he understood her reasoning. This incident underscored Grant's ongoing struggle, balancing his desire to be kind and diplomatic with the need to be assertive and decisive. Leads on The Bachelor often struggle with whether to follow their heart or their head, and Grant is no exception. Former Bachelor star Joe Amabile even weighed in, advising Grant to trust his heart instead of being overly concerned about hurting the contestants' feelings. With Rose gone, Carolina has emerged as a dominant presence. She is confident, outspoken, and clearly interested in Grant. While her assertiveness has rubbed some contestants the wrong way, it has also made her a strong contender for the final rose. However, despite their chemistry, there's a looming concern: will Grant eventually resent Carolina for playing a role in Rose's departure? If he truly saw Rose as someone he could have ended up with, he may find himself questioning whether he made the right decision in not stepping up for her. Carolina's approach has been strategic. In the early stages of the competition, standing out is crucial, and she has done just that. She and Grant share undeniable chemistry, and their relationship continues to deepen. But is it built on solid ground, or is it merely a product of the environment? Grant's struggle with decisiveness extends beyond just Carolina and Rose. Throughout the season, he has told multiple contestants that he could see a future with them. While this is likely his way of being considerate, it has also created an environment of uncertainty. Many of the women are left questioning where they truly stand with him, leading to increased tension and emotional turmoil. Before the season premiered, Grant expressed his intent to be mindful of his choices, particularly when it came to fantasy suites. He shared with people that he wanted to take things slow, ensuring that physical intimacy did not cloud his judgment. My take on fantasy suites was to take things slow and not rush, because I think a lot of times when you initiate the physical part, it could cause you to make really bad decisions. So my approach to that was to wait and to see what my connections were like before I engage in anything that would be considered physical, and that really helped me to make good decisions at that point. Thanks for watching. If you likes this video, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and do not miss any update.